hormone monsters that you can't look at because you're newly engaged.
You're an engaged guy now.
Married.
You're married now?
Married.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we it's been lovely.
Is this your first marriage?
Yeah. Yes. First marriage. I waited.
I don't want to be too invasive here, but that the patience, I'm 25 and I'm like nervous. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be alone. I just recently we broke up, me and my girlfriend. I don't know how to say it. It's so weird. It's just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be alone forever. I feel like, I'll never find the one. And you waited, and look what happened. You got that ring.
Yeah, no, I waited. I mean, I had various long-term relationships, and then this one felt right. I do think that the pandemic made or broke a lot of couples.
Oh yeah.
You think that had?
For me, it did. I mean, it did both. It did both of those. For me, it made it. It
brought you guys together.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to go out and party. You spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
But who knows if that time became, too invasive.
But this relationship wasn't just a pandemic. This has been a thing.
Yeah, how long?
She and I had been together for a few years, or like a year and a half, and she had moved in. We were living together in LA when the pandemic happened. So we were like in it. Like it wasn't like it started in the middle of this, but I definitely think like in general, there are a lot of people whose relationships like either it was like, yes, let's do this. Like, let's get married. Let's like start a family, all those things. Or it's like, we are not supposed to be together. Like, cause it's a magnifying glass on a relationship. It's like, this is going to work or this isn't, like if you can make it through this experience with someone, then it means you can make it through the hard stuff,
Yeah.
How long were you, just out of curiosity, how long were you guys together before you moved in with each other? Just a really bland question coming from this side.
Is that where you're at?
No,
you gotta help the guy.
Yeah,
you gotta help him.
Just curious.
We're losing him. He doesn't even sleep here anymore. He just comes here during the day to stream. It's a disaster. It's an office, not a house for him.
Are you losing your best friend again?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Nick. He's over-exaggerating.
The only time I see him.
He's over-exaggerating. I report to the house by 10 a.m. every morning, and I don't leave until 11 p.m. I'm here. I just go to my girlfriend's house to sleep, and I get a day on the weekends where the rest of the time's work with Logan Paul. How long?
Whose name do you when you make love to your girlfriend? Whose name do you say?
Logan's.
Okay, good.
100% every time.
Fuck yeah.
How long, Nick? How long can I push her off for? Please tell me.
We were casually dating for a while, but like because we were living between. I was in LA, she was in New York, and we were kind of going back and forth. But we really moved in like a year, like over a year. We were like, let's start really living together, either in New York or LA. And
a year. Oh, he's coming up. Really I hate you. I hate this. I wish I would. Can you go back in time and say something a little longer?
Yeah, how long did you say it was? Because there was a Zoom connection breakup when you said it.
Yeah, there was. But but if I had a best friend podcasting partner, maybe it would have taken 2-3 years.
No, okay, perfect. That's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need from you, Nick Kroll. Thank you so much.
And Harry Styles was the first one who found out, right? He helped you come up with the proposal idea.
I was talking to the cast of this movie that I'm shooting, and I was sort of like trying to figure out how I was going to propose, and in talking to them and the writer Katie, and we were kind of. I was like, oh, maybe it should be in like a moving, like, because we had just moved into our new house, and it happened. Then the next day I proposed, like in the middle of unpacking our boxes. I put the ring and like a bunch of flowers in this box, and I was like, can you open it? And she was like, okay. And saw obviously and said yes. It was really beautiful. And it just happened that like Harry texted me to be like, how'd it go? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
And I was like, she said, yeah, she said, yeah. So, and then we called our parents. So literally Harry Styles was the first person to know that we were engaged.
Yeah. So you called a daddy before your own dad. I mean, Harry Styles he's quite the guy.
He really is, man. He is like, he's just a fucking good dude. He's like a nice guy and just a thoughtful guy.
And he's in the movie that you're in with him. Chris
Well,
Pine.
Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling, right?
Yeah, we're shooting it right now. It's him and Florence Pugh and Chris Pine and a bunch of really great cast. And Olivia Wilde's directing it. It took me a while to be ready to commit myself to put someone else first. Because it's like you got shit to do. Like, not in a gross way, but in like
I got stuff. I got my goals. I got my aspirations. Like, and it's tough to switch your priority list. You know?
Well, sometimes in your life it's impossible because, I mean, in all honesty, this is exactly where I'm at right now too. And I'm 10 years older than him, and I'm 35. And there's people looking at me like, "Yo, Grandpa, like, you got a smoking hot girlfriend. Why aren't you locking that down?" And she's messaging me saying, "Hey, listen, I need more time. You left,
More?
you know, at this time. You don't spend enough time with me." And we wanted to ask you what habits of yours, annoy your partner. And the one that I'm dealing with right now is this inability to offer enough cuddle time, sweet talk. Like, I got a podcast, a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, a clothing brand, a book, a movie. Like, it's really hard to do that. How did you do that?
Well, weirdly, if you want to, I mean, like this season on Big Mouth, you'll get there, Logan. You're not there yet. There a lot of it ends up being there's a whole episode that takes place in the future with Nick Starr.
I just watched it. It. It was amazing.
Yeah, thanks. So it's like, and it keeps going. It's really about like, honestly, about what you're talking about, which is like, Nick Birch, this kid, and his anxiety is about like, what's going to happen when I'm older? Like, am I going to be alone? And it was something that I was dealing when we were writing. It was like at this crossroads in my relationship where I was like, am I going to like surrender to the intimacy of this relationship? Like, and I don't mean surrender in like a gross, oh, she wanted to lock me up. And it's like, like in that way, that's like, am I ready to like, be like, all right, yes, we're going to like do, I mean, there's the cuddle time, but there's also just like, I'm going to emotionally open up to you. I'm going to allow myself to be needed. I'm going to allow myself to need someone else. Like, and those are big, hard things to accept, even if you're not like a bad dude and there are plenty of women who are the same way, who are like, I'm not ready to fucking jump all the way. I mean, I think women are more willing to take that leap than men are.
Yeah.
But I think like, so it was something that I've been grappling with much of my adult life, which was like, I want to go do this. I want to go build a career. I want to so I'm going to put myself first because I need to I got shit to do. But when you find that right person, you can find that right person, but also you might not be ready to be the right person for them in return. So you can't fully jump in, like you keep your walls up, and that wall might be like a real wall of like, I'm not coming home to cuddle, or it's like, I'm going to spend time with you and I'm not going to let you know where I'm actually at. I'm not going to tell you when I'm angry with you because I don't want to have that conflict, or I'm not going to hear you when you say X, Y, or Z. Like, I'm not going to try to change who I am because I'm not willing to sacrifice that. It's about
you're talking from a very elevated plane.
Are you sure you're a cartoon writer, or are you a relationship? Like, honestly, you're just talking about our stories here in real time.
But you know what? I know I'm talking a lot of shit, but like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
of course, it's just such a mature level of thinking. I don't know how many relationships are operating on that level.